Swallowed Star 522 Ecstasy. Chapter 522 Ecstasy. Wild beast. Their position in the Blood River continent was very low. There were those that were tamed and used as riding beasts. Others were directly killed, and their bodies were used for materials. In all, the beasts had always been suppressed by humans. A wild beast Chinyo was actually able to hold a high position within the Undying Shrine. Even if it was strong, it wasn't an undying. Yet, for it to get a high position, that is simply unbelievable. The Undying Shrine, that was the highest governing echelon of Blood River continent. Luo Feng was shocked, simultaneously bowing and looking at the wild beast ahead of him. Lord Chinyo. The wild beast Chinyo stood in the walkway, lowering his gaze to look at the tiny dot. A burning energy emitted from his nostrils, almost like two burning heat waves. His red eyes stared hard at Luo Feng. Rumble. In an instant the world came crashing down. A formless pressure immediately acted on Luo Feng's soul, almost like a heavy hammer smashing on his soul, causing him to snort involuntarily, as heavy sweat was beading from his forehead. However, he still stood his ground, posture upright, as he was obviously not submitting. Lord Chinyo, the captain number 1 shouted. 97 is still only cloud level. A low sound resounded from his nostrils, following which the pressure vanished. This 97 is not bad. Chinyo's voice rumbled. I think he can take very strong killing aura as well. Here's 2 Blood River crystals. Take it as a gift from Lord Chinyo and absorb it well. After you've absorbed these 2, come and look for me for the 3rd one. 2 prism-shaped crystals suddenly appeared in mid-air and floated towards Luo Feng. While floating, the beauty of the blood-red crystals made one's heart tremble. Blood River crystal? Luo Feng's eyes gleamed and extended his hands to receive them. Quickly thank Lord Chinyo, the captain said. Thank you, Lord Chinyo. Luo Feng bowed. Another 2 hot waves of heat burst from his nostrils, and with a snort, he gradually walked away. Each step from his thick hooves, the moment one landed, he was already far away. Finally he vanished. This wild beast Chinyo has such strong pressure and strength. Back when the captain said he was stronger than blood god Baki, that was definitely the truth. Luo Feng watched Chinyo vanish. Feeling happy within, he gripped the 2 crystals gleefully. These were the easiest crystals he had acquired. Back in Swallow Mound City, he had acquired 14 crystals, Rockwind Brothers a total of 3, Pure Feather Tau 1, Undying Shrine Envoys 10. Later, in the ancient god ruins, he encountered the 4 geniuses from the Undying Shrine. While ambushed, he killed one of them and was able to acquire 1 more. A total of 15 crystals. For every one of them, he had to kill to get them. Only these 2 in his hand. 97, as long as you can absorb, Lord Chinyo will supply you with Blood River crystals. The tall and sturdy bronze armored warrior number 1 laughed carefree. Right now amongst our blood god guards, only 5 of them are able to absorb 3 crystals and successfully become blood warriors. I have high hopes for you. Luo Feng nodded, following which he asked curiously. This Blood River crystal, I can ask for as many as I want? Of course not. Captain number 1 smiled and shook his head. The crystals are treasures of our Blood River continent. However, the number of crystals each person can absorb is truly too little. Over countless years on this continent, it's been a long time since anyone has absorbed 10 crystals and become a black warrior. The number of crystals Lord Chinyo provides is sufficient. Luo Feng nodded. Sounds like, within this blood god Baki's place, the person in charge of giving crystals was actually Chinyo. You should know everything now. Number 1 nodded. Right now you can train within the training grounds of the palace, or look for an isolated spot outside. You are here as a guard and not a prisoner. However, the single requirement, you should know right. 100,000 kilometers. I have to be within a 100,000 kilometers from the Lord at all times. Luo Feng smiled. Very good. Number 1 nodded and left. Palace Level 3, Training Room 97. Luo Feng wore the bronze armor and wore the communication device. Shaking his head, this communication device sure is simple, a simple and fixed system. In terms of technology, It's about the same as Earth's communication watch back then. Blood God Ba Chi, Wild Beast Chinyo, 96 Blood God guards. Luo Feng's mind was swiftly filled with thoughts. According to the gathered data, Blood God Baki should be a Sector Lord Pinnacle who had absorbed 8 crystals, and was known as a 1 in a trillion years absolute genius in the Undying Shrine. This was definitely a high ranking. Wild Beast Chinyo is stronger than Ba Chi. Like brothers with Ba Chi, he should be the second most important figure in this power. 96 Blood God guards all have high talents. They have 2 Sector Lords and 94 Domain Lords. Right now in this ancient god ruins, they are mainly here for Blood God Baki's training. Luo Feng instantly understood why during his 2 years in his huge pit quarters, he never discovered any warriors below. This was because Blood God Baki was in training, and the guards couldn't leave too far. From the looks of it, even though I've become a guard, later on it should be more relaxed. Luo Feng wore the bronze armor and boots and was just about to leave when 5 silhouettes entered. 97. 97. These 5 were all dressed in the same bronze armor. Their physiques, however, were completely different. They all smiled and waved. 12, 19, 33, 78, 83. Luo Feng shouted familiarly. When we were in our training rooms earlier, we discovered Lord Chinyo had arrived. Number 12, who looked almost like a skinny teenager, smiled. According to the old rules, Lord Chinyo should have given you 2 crystals, right? Luo Feng nodded. 97. Have you absorbed any crystals before? Beside the fat and bulky 19 asked. I've absorbed one before, Luo Feng said. The 5 guards and Luo Feng thus began a casual chat. Luo Feng had already planned his background well. The group chatted for a while, and half an hour later, the 5 of them left. As they left, number 12 emphasized, 97, remember, whenever you meet Chinyo, you have to respectfully call him Lord Chinyo. Right, you cannot disrespect him at all. Whoever does, he will get extremely angry. The handsome 83 said. Luo Feng was curious. I actually don't know his strength. How can he be even stronger than Lord Blood God? Haha. Wild beasts are separated into 4 categories. Category 1 reaches the ground level at maturity, 2 reaches the sky level, 3 the cloud level, for the domain level. 12 spoke cleanly and fast. And the wild beast Chinyo is in the 4th category. He was born with a domain, a gold domain. The higher the category, it represents the stronger bloodline and the more exceptional body. You should know, this blood river crystal can be used by any flesh and blood living creatures. Not just us humans, wild beasts. 2 can absorb the crystals. 12 smiled. Luo Feng felt a clap of thunder in his mind. Any flesh and blood living creatures can use? Haha, 97, you don't seem to know?
97. Blood God Guard 83 exclaimed. Compared to humans, the wild beasts' bodies are stronger and more exceptional. They can normally absorb more than us humans. According to the experience of the Undying Shrine, beasts that are proficient in metal type normally absorb the crystals even better and gain more benefits. Chinyo is a high-level beast, Category 4, who is also proficient in metals. Hence, every wild beast Chinyo can at least absorb 3 crystals. And the exceptional ones among them can even absorb 10. 83 exclaimed. This Lord Chinyo has already absorbed 12 crystals. Plus, he's a Sector Lord Pinnacle, hence he is terrifyingly strong. Luo Feng stood there stunned. Silence. 97. What's wrong, 97? The other 5 shouted. Luo Feng awoke, exclaiming, I was too shocked. From the books I've read, it's already been countless years since the appearance of a black warrior. It's already become a legend. I didn't expect Lord Chinyo to have already absorbed 12 blood river crystals. Humans and beasts are different. No point in being jealous. Luckily, Category 4 beasts are very rare. The 5 exclaimed. Right. Luo Feng followed suit beside. Finally the 5 left. 星号星号星号星号星号星号. When they left, with only Luo Feng remaining in the training room, he shut the door and revealed a look of ecstasy. My God! My God! I'm such an idiot, really an idiot. I actually didn't even think of it. Luo Feng's look was that of pure ecstasy. His fists gripped tight and madness roared within. Any blood and flesh living being can absorb the crystals. Blood and flesh. Right, the blood river crystal is absorbed through the blood and it changes the body's cell structure. Humans are blood and flesh life forms. So is the golden horned beast. Luo Feng was extremely excited. It's extremely taxing for my human body to absorb the crystals. However, what about the golden horned beast? They had said earlier that the higher the level of the body, the easier it is to absorb, especially those proficient in metal types. Even though, I don't know why one has to be proficient in metal types to have better benefits for the absorption. However, the golden horned beast, that is the most pinnacle bloodline in the entire universe, reaching Sector Lord at maturity. It is born with 3 great natural talents. It is proficient in metal types, is also a favored child of the universe gold laws. Luo Feng was extremely excited. Compared to the golden horned beast, that wild beast Qinyo is nothing. If that wild beast Qinyo can absorb 12 blood river crystals, just how many can my golden horned beast absorb? Haha. Luo Feng couldn't suppress his ecstasy within. He had a feeling that the golden horned beast was originally his strongest trump card. And absorbing the blood river crystals may give a new change to the already intrepid and powerful golden horned beast.